Peace, family. Welcome to the journey. I'm Jeshron, the Promised Land Consultant, dedicated family to serving you from sun up to sundown. Dedicated family to seeing you planted, growing, and manifesting in your Promised Land. And for those of you who don't know, I am a Promised Land Consultant. And you may be asking, what is that? What does a Promised Land Consultant do? A Promised Land Consultant lights the fire inside of you. I bring the gasoline, I bring the matches, I strike that, and I get you lit, my friends. That's absolutely what I'm here to do, is to give you good vibrations, give you good energy, and to give you good messages as you are walking to that place that flows with milk and honey, that place where you are operating at your optimal vibrations. This is the place that you have to be and need to be if you are going to be your best, my friends. I think I'm the only Promised Land Consultant out there, so you might as well stick with me. You might as well ride with me. You might as well listen to what I have to say. The message that we're breaking bread over today is, I'm him. I am my brother's keeper. I've been him, and I'll always be him, my friends. And the thing I want to tell you about for this message is simply this. As you are moving towards your goals, as you're moving towards your aspirations, as you are moving towards those places, remember to uplift your brother. Remember to do everything you can without pulling yourself down as you are on your walk. Remember that as you are progressing, to uplift your brother, to build your brothers. Now, I'm not telling you to set yourself back helping somebody else out, but what I am saying is do what you can. Give some of your time, give some of your energy to uplifting those around you, and watch how it comes back to you in time. Watch how life starts enriching your life as you enrich the lives of others who are operating in the right frequencies, who are operating in the right mindset, who are operating to uplift other people in this life. That's the vibration you want to be in. If you're sitting in the shade, get your ass out of the shade and get your ass in the sunlight. Operate in the light and stop operating in the dark. But for those of you who don't know, I want to point out where this particular phrase came from right here. I am my brother's keeper. This comes from Genesis. I'm not going to go too deep into the story, but the story is about two brothers who was giving sacrifices to the God they serve, the only true God of the Jews, by the way. But they were giving sacrifices to this God, and one brother gave his best. The other brother didn't do as well because he didn't really put his heart into his sacrifice. And God chose the brother that gave his best. Now, the brother who didn't do as well, he hated the other one. He let jealousy, he let envy, he let hate slip into his heart, and he killed his brother because he did better than him when it came to those sacrifices. And when God came to him and asked him, where's your brother? What happened to your brother? What have you done? The brother who didn't do as well, the brother who didn't sacrifice as well, said to this God, am I my brother's keeper? He said it in a facetious way. He said it as a question. He didn't say it as, yeah, I'm my brother's keeper. He's saying, how should I know? Am I here to take care of him? And that's what this speech is about today, family, is when you don't do your best. When you are tempted, remember that you are your brother's keeper. Remember to uplift those around you. Don't fall for what the culture is trying to give you, which is to pull down the other people around you, to pull down those who you should be striving with to make this life better. Stand on the brotherhood. Stand hand in hand with those. Now today I want to quickly go over 3 energies that if you embody, you better know that you are not your brother's keeper. The first one that we're going to look at is jealousy. And jealousy simply has to do with you want what somebody else has. You want what your brother has, pretty much. And This simply means that you want something materialistic that they have. It can be a car, it can be clothes, it could be a gun, a prized gun, it could be whatever, it might be a house. But the key here is you don't want to put in the work that you need to put in to get where they are or what they have. You're just jealous of them and you want it. And this blinds you and short circuits you on your walk. This will have you walking blindly and the wrong way, my friends. Don't play with jealousy. The next one that we're going to look at is envy. And jealousy and envy can be, pretty much the same thing. But envy is going to be you're jealous of a characteristic that person has. You're jealous that they're tall. You're jealous of how fast they run. You're jealous of the way their eyes look. You're jealous of the way they talk. And envy is dangerous, dangerous, dangerous because it makes you take the spotlight off of you and what you need to improve, and you're looking at what that other person has and you're thinking, if I had that, I could do this, but I can't. And that's where it really breaks you down, is you don't believe that you can speak like that person. You don't believe that you can walk that way. You don't believe that you can do what that person does. Or better yet, think of it this way. You don't believe that the talents that life has given you is good enough and you need to do it like somebody else. But if you develop yourself, if you take the time to put that work in and to pour into the gifts that life's given to you, you can move just as well as they can. But you move the way they move and expect to be at the level they're at because they can do it the best that they can, not you. And that's why envy is so dangerous to have in our life. That's why it's so dangerous to let envy slip into our minds and our hearts. The next one that we're going to look at real quickly happens once you let jealousy and envy in. You better believe that the next thing that's going to follow is hate. And there's two types that I often see. There might be more, but you end up hating that other person. And then you also end up hating yourself because you don't have what they have and you can't do what they do as good as they can. So you just end up hating it and sending out that bad intentions and vibrations and energy continuously. And I've never met a person who's operating in hate that's joyful, that has peace, that's ever progressing the way they should be. Hate slows you down and it short circuits you when your limelight comes, because your opportunity's coming. It's just, will you be ready for it? If you're operating in the higher vibrations, then you're going to rise to the occasion. But if you're operating in lower vibrations, then you better believe you're going to fall when that occasion comes because you've let the wrong thoughts circulate in your mind. Don't do it. This happened to me once when I was playing sports. At multiple different levels, I had always performed at a high level and was on the field, never came off. But I got to a level where I knew I was the fastest, I knew I was the strongest, I knew I was bigger than the person who was on the field. And instead of supporting that person and being their biggest cheerleader, I was their biggest hater because I had let jealousy, envy, and hate come in. I was not my brother's keeper in that moment. But you better believe that my time came to shine. And when I was on the field, I couldn't perform. My performance was less than stellar because all the thoughts that were in my mind had been poisoned, and it poisoned my performance when it came time for me to shine. And I couldn't because I had been in the darkness for too long, talking with jealousy, talking with envy, talking with hate. My friends, I can promise you, if you find yourself in this cycle, break out. And it's easy to break out. Start doing good for the people around you. Start uplifting the person that you're hating on. That's how you do it. You start speaking words of affirmation over that person's life. You start blessing that other person. Good deeds counteract bad deeds. You just got to keep working on it and keep pushing those good deeds out. Family, that's my message for the day. I hope it inspires the fire inside of you. And it was simply, I'm him, I am my brother's keeper. I've been him. I'll always be him, family. Remember to uplift your brothers as you are walking towards your hopes, your dreams, and your aspirations, family. And with that, I'm just Ron, the Promised Land Consultant, dedicated, family, to serving you from sun up to sun down. Dedicated, family, to seeing you planted, growing, and manifesting in your promised lands. I hope each and every one of you have a blessed one until I see you in the next one. Oh, and remember to ring the bell, smash the bell for me, right? And subscribe, all right? Y'all be blessed, family. Have a great one.